Welcome to Thought Leaders, featuring interviews with some of the best minds in the industry. Today's special guest is popular platform speaker and best-selling author Tom Hagna. Hello everyone, I'm Steve Savant, syndicated financial columnist and talk show host. In this segment, we're going to talk about the earnings test on Social Security benefit taxation, all from Tom's popular Social Security seminars and PBS special, Don't Worry, Be Happy. Well, I don't want to worry, I want to be happy, but earnings test, let's do the earnings test first. Let's get that out of the way. Because people, I don't think they understand what the earnings test is. People say, oh, you can't work when you're in Social Security. Well, you can. You might be able to.
Yeah, so you can work and draw Social Security benefits. The question is, does it make sense to draw Social Security benefits when you're working? And let me just pull up this chart because this will kind of help us. If you are working and you're at full retirement age, so let's just use age 66 as a full retirement age, you can work, earn as much money as you want, and there will be no withdrawal. There's no penalty for working at full retirement age and beyond. So 66, 67, 68, 70, you can work and make as much as you want. You will not be penalized in your Social Security benefit. However, if you're 62 and you're working, and you take Social Security, well, then you're going to give up $1 in benefits for every $2 you earn over $15,720. And if you're making a lot of money, like let's say you're making $100,000 or $200,000, they're going to take basically almost all your benefits back. All right. And in the year, just because it's a government, they want to confuse you. In the year that you turn full retirement age, you will give up $1 in benefits for every $3 earned over $41,880. All right. Now, what counts? This is only your working income. So this is your wages and your salary and your bonuses. This is not capital gains and investment and interest. So the earnings test is all about what you earn, what you make at your job. All right. It does not include those other things. That's included in the taxation that we're going to talk about in a minute. But this is the earnings test. So in general, if you're making a good wage, it does not pay for you to take your Social Security benefits early. So now the question is, well, what if I did? What if I did? Well, here's the good news. Your benefits are not lost. They're just deferred. So even if they take all this money back from you, they didn't just keep it. They're going to add it back into your future calculations. So your future calculations will be higher. And if you live long enough, you can recoup the money that they took back. Many people don't know that.
Okay, so just on the earnings test, I noticed that list was pretty extensive. So we're really looking at basically your W-2 information and 1099, right?
Yeah, and yes, all your salary, your bonus, anything to do with your job and your earned income. It doesn't have to do with unearned income of rental properties and things. It doesn't count that. It counts only your earned income.
Again, we're not talking about taxation yet, but are you saying, though, I want to make sure I understand this, on my earnings test, if I'm taking Social Security, I'm not really losing anything. I'm just deferring those benefits.
Yeah,
Is that
they'll
correct?
take it back. I mean, it's going to complicate your life, basically, because they're going to take it back, and you're going to get checks, then they're not going to get checks. It's going to be very confusing if you do it. But the bottom line is they're not going to keep it. They will add it back.
Okay, now let's just stop here for a second, Tom, because now you got my curiosity. Is there any reason for me to do that? I'm going to go ahead and take my Social Security. Is there any real reason to do it?
I'm sure there's some people out there that could justify a reason or two, but in general, if you're making a good amount of income, my recommendation is wait till 66. Don't complicate your life. Make 66. You could take it at 70 to maximize your Social Security, and you can earn as much as you want. They won't do it. Now let's get into the taxation, because the taxation is different. They get them confused. People get the earnings test and taxation confused. See, taxation of Social Security benefits takes into account everything. So it takes into account your work income. It takes into account half of your Social Security benefits. It takes into account all of your interest, your rental property, your farm income, even all tax-free bond interest. And when I was a financial professional, what I did was I worked zip code 85206 out in Mesa. And you know what's out in Mesa, Arizona? You know what's out in zip code 85206? A place called Leisure World. We used to call it Seizure World, but there's a lot of old people out there. And I found some middle-income seniors that were buying tax-free bonds. You know why they're buying tax-free bonds? Because they thought they were tax-free. Well, I got news for you. Once you start drawing Social Security benefits, tax-free bonds aren't that tax-free anymore, because every penny of tax-free bond interest counts towards the taxation of your Social Security benefits. So let's kind of get into it. I want to flip to this chart. I already talked about this. So it takes all your income plus half of your Social Security benefits plus half of your tax-free bonds. Here's the chart. If you're single and you make, from all those sources, less than $25,000, if you're married and you make less than $32,000, you will pay no tax on your Social Security benefits. But if you're rich and the government considers you rich, if you're single making between $25,000 and $34,000, or if you're married making $32,000 to $44,000, well, now up to 50% of your Social Security benefits can be taxed. But it gets better. If you're ultra rich, like Bill Gates rich, which the government says if you're single and you make more than $34,000, if you're married, you make more than $44,000, now up to 85% of your Social Security benefits will be taxed. So let me give you two cases. A person comes in your office, tells you they're getting a $100,000 a year pension for Motorola. Well, there's nothing you can do for that person to reduce or eliminate the tax on their Social Security benefits. But what if you have somebody who comes in your office, they say they're getting $1,000 a month from Social Security, $1,000 a month pension, $1,000 a month from CD interest, and $1,000 a month from tax-free bonds? You could get that person from 85% down to zero if you moved some of those CDs and some of those tax-free bonds into some form of an annuity to reduce their taxable amount below.
So if I deferred,
levels.
like
Yes.
an annuity allowed me to defer, I could bring that number, you said zero.
Down to zero. Even if they need income, you can do a lifetime income annuity, and because the exclusion ratio, if you're getting $1,000 a month from a non-qualified income annuity, maybe only $150 is taxable. So they could still get the same amount of income, but go from 85% down to zero if it's set up properly.
Wow. For more information on earnings and taxation and the provisional income test on Social Security benefits and how it can position you as a retirement resource in your community, just click on the landing page address in the video description. And for more information on all our shows, seminars, and workshops, don't forget to follow us out on our social media sites or visit us out on our web. I'm Steve Savant. I'll see you next time on Thought Leaders, and remember, keep thinking outside the box.
Thank you.